Welcome, Cancer. This is going to be your weekly love reading for April 9th to the 15th of 2018. So as I'm shuffling the cards, an energy came out to me where a lot of you might be very obsessive when it comes to what you might be thinking about with your romantic partner or love interest. A lot of negative self-talk, saying how things are not going to work out, saying how someone has treated you, not liking it so much, trying to explore this option, that option, running things over back in your mind about what did happen in the past, and just not wanting to clearly communicate it to them. Even if you do, you are not really addressing the issue, so you may be keeping those things to yourself or not even want to communicate to your partner or that particular person or scenario, whatever it might be. So that being in your mind is very heavy, I feel, this week. So a lot of you could be dealing with an air sign. All right, so let's see, energies for Cancer and love. Just a little bit here in love. These are general, so make sure that if you would like a private or personal energy reading, that you go to the website Psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. All right, so energies for Cancer, April 9th to the 15th of 2018. Okay. So the theme, speak about the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini that we have. This is the energy of being obsessive about something when it comes to communication, your thoughts, your intellect, how you are thinking about someone. Now this is someone that you might be dealing with where they're constantly saying a whole bunch of different things to you, but the conversation is going nowhere. Whatever you might be thinking about, planning, trying to do, it's not going anywhere. So you may be kind of stuck in a situation with someone when it comes to stalls in communication. All right, and I feel, again, you're thinking like you want to make a certain decision, then you kind of fall back on it. You want to go this way, you want to go that way, you want to say certain things, but you're not really doing it. And I feel some of you may have had a decision that you did make or that you are pondering, I feel, when it comes to someone and trying to move away from that particular person or the issue, but it's still on your mind. You're having doubts about whatever you are doing, I feel. The doubt may come through financial issues, a lot of spending, bad habits, putting yourself in debt. Even if you feel like you're dealing with a very selfish, narcissistic person who has to work on some of those issues they may be having. So this could be your own bad habits or their bad habits where you constantly place yourself in debt, or you're dealing with someone who is just not really giving. That's how it might feel to you. And for the recent past, we did speak about the issues when it comes to communication, not being honest with yourself, the other person, a lack of communication or clarity, or being able to move forward and make a certain decision. So that's why I was mentioning being, kind of all over the place when it comes to what you want to do. So this is really, maybe last week you did choose not to really address certain things. You just didn't want to communicate to somebody. All right, and I feel like that's going to lead to some kind of sadness, being let down in some way this week, kind of maybe feeling kind of isolated, feeling alone, or you're feeling that you had to make a certain choice to kind of sever a tie or just disconnect from whoever it was that you were dealing with. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, for some, doesn't have to be. An event that might be coming through is where you could be confused. Again, you have a 2 here, so the High Priestess is coming through. You could be dealing with the Pisces for some, but there are hidden motives. You may be dealing with someone who has a negative or hidden agenda, who's trying to kind of get over on you. Some of you are trying to trust what you feel when it comes to someone, but you might be a bit confused. Now this could be positive or negative. We'll check into why this energy might be there, but there is some fog going on about trust issues. Now money, this is your response. A lot of money issues this week, I feel, and whatever it might be is an accumulation of things that you might do where you say, I'm going to make those changes, I'm going to fix some things, but then you kind of make the mistake again. You kind of fall back into a pattern. So I feel whatever it is you may be motivated to buy, splurge on, whether it's clothes, the mortgage, the house, phones, accessories, anything like that, or even just doing a whole bunch of different things that you don't really need to. You have to kind of watch this, make sure that you are watching your spending habits, I feel, and your how others are seeing you, or your partner seeing you. They see that you are potentially very playful, maybe motivated to kind of interact with others, that you are, maybe you're planning something as well. For some of you, it could be a baby that you're having, that you are, if you're in the building stages, or you're working towards this, a pregnancy or a baby shower, a party, or anything like that. Maybe you have to put out a lot of money to plan these things, these events. Maybe there's a new relationship that you are in and you're trying to impress your partner. That just came to me for some of you out there. And when you're doing that, it puts a heavy burden on you, because you're doing all of these things and then you try to impress that person and then nothing actually comes of it. You know, you put yourself in that predicament. So whatever events that you might be going to, planning, it could be that you're putting out money for that particular person, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, a child, or that you are just having fun. A lot of times this card could actually mean that you are on a new spiritual journey for a lot of you out there, and you are discovering different abilities, different things that are going on within you, and it could be a surprise to you, but it could be also exciting as well, because this is a new beginning for some. So they do see that there is some kind of new beginning there, but maybe you're trying to figure out your emotions right now. Maybe you're trying to figure out who you want to be around, who you want to speak with, whether or not you want to have a child or not, what it's going to require of you. So this newfound energy is going to take some time, I feel. So just be mindful about that. Now, your partner, what's going on with them? If you're dealing with somebody, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, they may be either on the receiving end of some communication. They could be communicating with you this week, or on a sense they may be speaking to someone else. All right, they could have different love interests or different opportunities, and maybe this is something that you feel. And if this person's coming to you, just be careful to take time, I feel, for some of you out there, because it could be them inviting you to hang out, to like a new offer of love for some of you, but to engage in a romantic way. But this is to take time to maybe get to know this person, I feel. So it just depends. I'm going to look into that a little bit here. And then we have the outcome as the Hierophant. So there might be the fact that some of you are in a marriage or commitment, working towards marriage, dealing with a marriage situation, or that there is an event or something that's going on, I feel, for some. And this is also where the person that you might be dealing with, they may be married. Okay. And let's see. I want to clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse for Cancer. Yes, you know, doubting yourself, but then kind of moving away from someone, just emotionally being drained and just stepping away, getting some space between you and another person, I feel, in a recent past. Let's clarify the Sun in reverse for Cancer. Yes, a heavy burden that you might be holding on to, whether or not you're attached to someone, you're holding on to something that did happen that kind of broke down your self-esteem, your confidence, or you're holding on to a broken marriage or relationship that's not really working out. For some, you're having to work a whole lot, and maybe even putting in a whole lot of work is still not giving you the money or financial security that you want. Messages for clarify the High Priestess in reverse, an event that's coming through for Cancer. Clarify High Priestess in reverse. The Devil is here. The Devil is a card of fear. All right, it's usually a card of addiction as well. And I feel it's somewhat. I'm not. See, I don't want to put fear out there. Never do that. I try to make sure that when I interpret these energies, this is something coming from you. So I'm telling you now to be honest about what's going on with you. When you feel that you can't trust yourself, you trust your own intuition, it has you really doubtful about someone else's intentions or motivations, whether or not you can trust that person, that can be a negative thing for you, right? Others of you are dealing with someone who you have moved on from, but when that person does come around and they communicate with you, you just accept it, and you feel like there's hope that you can trust this person because of the attraction that you may have, the sexual attraction, the addiction that you might have to that particular person, whatever it might be, and you hold on to the connection, and it's not healthy, I feel, and that's why you are needing to be careful about that energy. And I want to clarify the Devil as well. Could be dealing with the Capricorn, the Cancer. The Seven of Wands, and I feel that's what I mean about the where someone may have a hidden motive and you kind of allow that person to do what they want. This is addressing the matter and standing up to it and not having a fear about doing that, right? Clarify the Knight of Cups for your partner. Remember, they don't have to be water signs. It could be any other sign, any other person. Clarify the Knight of Cups for your partner. Judgment. They are potentially asking for another shot, another chance. They're trying to make changes, I feel, with you. Some of you are in a situation where you feel intuitively that your partner or whoever you might be dealing with, say if they've been dealing with an ex-partner, that they're trying to work on their marriage or relationship or something like that, and you're hoping that that doesn't work out, you know, but they may not be being honest with you about that. That's why I feel like some of you might be dealing with a marriage situation. Clarify the Hierophant for Cancer. Money. And I feel here is where a lot of you are in a situation where you're needing to focus on financial security, as we did speak about, and that's why you two may be kind of separated in your marriage. The marriage could be falling apart because of complications when it comes to you saving or just being able to be a bit more conscious of how you spend money. So let's see, energies for Cancer in love for April 9th to 15th. Playfulness. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So embrace it. That energy may be coming towards you, I feel, for many of you out there. And that's the Page of Cups is about. Enjoying other friendships, other activities, embracing being spontaneous, and embracing whoever might be coming around, whatever invitations you may receive. All right. Messages for maybe your partner doesn't want you to be so serious, so caught up in the emotional attachment that you two might have, so doing other things, I feel, in some way. All right. Messages for Cancer for April 9th to the 15th, 2018. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. This is where some of you are dealing with that outside person. This is the person that you are trying to wait for. You're trying to get to know them, and a change may need to happen within you. They need to maybe sever a tie that they're holding on to, and you feel it. You may not trust yourself. I feel like you may receive messages of some kind from this person to say that you two are to be together. There's hope for that particular connection, but them being at a distance, them still being with someone else, you not liking that so much, having that on your mind, not to be able to trust that person. That's the stress that's there, but there are some lessons to be learned with you in a particular connection that you are involved in. So that's going to be a reading. I do hope that the messages did help you out. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the very best, and thanks again, and I hope you enjoy the week. All right.